everyone, it's Sarah here. Welcome back. I am going to do my January TBR with you guys. If you've watched my goal videos, then this is going to tie in well. I don't know how well my other TBRs are going to tie in with my goals video, but this one will tie in very well. As you know, I'm basically restricted to reading from the library or from my Kindle and Nook. And I am trying to read some of these old books, which was pre-Kindle and pre-Nook. Kind of, I think. Maybe not. Anyway, whatever. But I have some books that I'd like to read in January, and I am going to tell you what they are. I would like to get a good jump on my classics challenge for the year. I would like to start by reading The 21 Balloons. This is by William Pendubois. This would also hit one of my not unspoken, I should say, challenges to read something translated. This is a middle grade Newbery Award winner, and I don't really even know what it's about, but I never read it as a child, and it hits a couple of different challenges that I need to fulfill this year, and it's not that long. So, yeah. So, and I need to get it from the library because I do not own it, so this is a good one to start with. Also something I need to get from the library for my classics challenge. Again, want to get a good jump on this so that when the big books come, I have a little bit of wiggle room in timing purposes for reading them. But I have 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I've heard a lot of interesting things about this. It gets very mixed reviews. I've never read a book by this author, and it is also translated. So we are starting 2018 strong with very interesting reads, I think. From my added 2012 and 2013 lists on Goodreads, I have several out from the library already sitting here waiting for me. Most of these are chick lit, romance, and things of that nature, so that's what I was interested in back there, and I find they're good ways for me to still feel successful even though I'm reading big books also, so I can kind of read these in between and keep myself motivated to read. So I have Tall Tales and Wedding Veils by Jane Graves. I have Head Over Heels by Jill Mansell. I really love her writing, so I'm actually really looking forward to this one. This one I have no idea why I wanted to read it in the first place. This one is a young adult book, again with some very interesting reviews, especially the other books in this series, so we'll see what I think. Sloppy Firsts by Megan McCaffrey. Coming from the library, it's not here yet, is Nerd in Shining Armor, and I can kind of guess why I liked this one. They're stranded on a desert island, and he's like a nerd, so, you know, that I can kind of understand why I was interested. And I started this series a very, very long time. It was only on Kindle, and I think it still is only on Kindle. So I did buy the next book in the series, and if I want to continue with this series, I will continue to have to buy them. But they're not very expensive, so I guess it's not too bad. They're the Lexi Graves mysteries. These are kind of like those cozy mysteries, or maybe like chick lit mysteries that kind of circulate around that I really just love because they are funny. And this is book 4, which is where I ended up leaving off. Shock and Awesome by Camilla Schaefer. It looks like that. And I believe Lexi Graves is a PI and she solves cases, and I just remember them being very, very funny. So that would be the next one, and it is also something that I added to my list on 2013. This one's not part of any challenge, but it's by Julia Quinn, and it came out in 2017, and I have it came from the library. So The Girl with the Make-Believe Husband. This is the second book in the Rokesby series, I believe, but I just really love her writing. She's like one of the queens of historical romance, and I usually read whatever she writes because I enjoy them. So this is here and present and ready to read. I'm also toying with the big book that I want to read in January because, again, I'm trying to love big books. So I think I'm going to get from the library, and I'm really, really upset that they don't have it in ebook because I'm not keen to lug this book around with me. Voyager which is the third in the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to grab that from the library and start that. I've heard from many people this is their favorite book of the series. And it's funny because I like this series and I don't like this series, but I'm kind of sucked into it at this point. So I'm going to probably continue to read these books. It's just, this is an 800-page book, and again, I get bored. So we will see, but I think that's going to be my big read for this month. I'm going to try to do that and kind of keep up with my big reads, because I've got a lot of them this year. And if I continue with the Outlander series, they're all over like 800 pages. So there's going to be a lot of big books in my future, and I think I might as well just bite the bullet and get them done. That's kind of what I'm keen to read this month, or have from the library. You will see at the end of the month which of these I got to and which of these I didn't. Although I tend to usually follow my plans at the beginning of the year. It's the end of the year where things just like go to crap. So I will talk to you later. If you've read any of these books or are interested in any of these books or have anything at all you'd like to say to me, please leave me a comment down below. I will talk to you all again later. Bye.